the quality that we look at several things in people, and real estate is a very competitive business, and it's also very team oriented. So we used to enjoy talking to people that played team sports growing up and excelled
Mm.
at team sports. We also like to talk to people who exhibited excellence in some type of competitive area, whether it was captain of the debating team or public or president of the school newspaper, or something that was a competition where they excelled. And those were good things to look at. Secondly, we looked for people who, didn't necessarily have the best grades in the world or the best education, but were very, very motivated. We used to joke around that we would only hire PhDs, and those were folks who were poor, hungry, and driven because they were going to work really hard. But it's also that part of that being hungry and driven is passion for the business. We
Yeah.
look for people who really had passion for real estate, not that they just thought they could make a lot of money, but did the real estate really resonate with them? That was a big part of what we thought led to success in the business, because no matter how good you are, you're still going to have tough and challenging times. But what enables you to get through that challenging time is that you really love the business. And so we looked for that passion. And then probably the most important of all of them, we told our HR people all the time, interview somebody, they could look great on paper. They were captain of the lacrosse team or the water polo team, or they were the valedictorian of their college. Everything looked great, but if after talking to them for a half hour, you didn't feel like, hey, I'd love to go have a beer with this person, or I really could sit
Yeah.
down and have lunch with this person. If you didn't have that connection, we couldn't offer them a job. And that was because real estate is very, very much a people business. We're dealing with people all day long. People have to know you have capability. We always said you didn't have to be the most brilliant real estate mind in the world. You didn't have to, on the aptitude scale in real estate from 0 to 10, with 10 being a brilliant person who knows everything and can calculate internal rates of return in their head. You didn't have to be a 10. You couldn't be a 3 or a 4, but if you were a solid 7 or an 8, and people really, really liked you, you had good people skills, that you would get hired over people who maybe had a higher real estate aptitude than you, but weren't that personable. So personal skills, people skills, likability, those are things that really resonated with us. And that was a very good hiring practice to make sure that we hired only people who we felt we'd like to hang out with, to spend time with.